Hello everyone. Hello. It's Friday. And since I didn't stream yesterday, I thought hey, it'd be fun to do it today. I just wasn't feeling it yesterday. But I've had oh. It's a game? Is the game quiet? It's a bit silent. Maybe those cutscenes there are just silent. Oh no, it's just my headphones. There we go. I'm gonna close my window. Not because it's cold, but I'm hearing some noises.
From here to the Blue Mountains, rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your
There we
kingdom
go.
failed you, so now you turn to the
I just heard some giggling and chattering and stuff. I was like, eh. Is distracting. Don't want any of that stuff right now. If my controller works, it does. It works just fine. Yesterday I was just like, ooh, I don't know. It was just been a bit lethargic lately. A bit, it's not sleepy, but tired. Really tired. Well, today was a nice day to not do anything. And still today, I'm feeling a little bit uneasy, but I'm gonna fight through it a bit. Play some video game. Ew, chat, gross, don't like it. No, don't chat around me, don't want it. Boo. Oh, Aurora Borealis? Confined to this one area, Witcher 3? Can I see it? So this is... There was the name of the book. It's like some sort of storybook, right? Anyway, welcome to Witcher 3, yeah? We're doing the thing. Witcher 3, yeah. It's a storybook that... So I think the Duke, he had 2 daughters, at least, right? One of them is now the Duchess. One of them is cursed? Question mark? And then they were like, we need some sort of parental guardian to watch our cursed child. So why don't we just make a book instead and not hide her in it or something, right? And now we're trying to find this person, and the Duchess seems to have locked her away in this fairyland, which kind of reminds me of Shivering Isles from Oblivion, which was a fantastic DLC, really good. Hello, hey, hello. Hello everyone in chat, hope you are well. Welcome. It's time for me to show up and play some Witcher 3. Does anyone know how much of Blood and Wine we actually have left? It feels like climactic right now. It feels like we're building up to something right now. But I did get that impression earlier in the base game of Witcher 3 as well, so I don't have a great gauge of how far we're getting in the content, really. Hey, good. Those are not kids. They're just, like, regular people, but, like, sized down. Can't remember this one more? Okay. If I had to guess, I feel like we're, like, maybe, like, halfway through or something. I don't know if I should trust my GPS on this one. I think I just... Oh, hang on, yeah, the quest is to just follow the Yellow Brick Road. So let's do that. Ignore GPS, follow the Yellow Brick Road, and hope for the best. Would you believe it if I said that I don't remember this one very well even? Because I don't. I don't have any memories of this DLC. I'm walking in circles. So this is a maze. I'm gonna try the best maze trick I know. I'm just gonna go off the path. Yeah, that's a good one. Now I'm just gonna go left and hope for the best. That's what I'm gonna do. What's this? Someone's house. Wolpertinger, hello. You're like weird bunnies, right? Yeah, like bunnies with wings and antlers or something, right? It's like some sort of fairy tale creature, I believe. The Wolpertinger. Probably like some Germanic thing, if I had to guess. But I have no idea. Mostly, I just know them. Oh, they might be. Yeah. Mostly, I just know them from WoW, because they are a pet you get from the Oktoberfest event, which is like a German thing, right? So, wouldn't it make sense as well that they are some sort of demonic, mythical creature? I'm not very good with cryptids in general. I know this sounds scorch. I know the Jersey Devil. What else I know? I don't know. Aliens? Aliens cryptids? There we go, I found it. The bridge! No combat! No! I'll see you alive. Stop that. Ow. Man, can you even fight me? Ow. Stop it. Or can I even fight him, I guess. This is like really out of the way. So if I just leave, I don't think there's anything you can do to stop me. I'm just gonna get out of there.
Bloody hell, let him out!
Voices.
Gobbled up my ginger.
Witches? Hansel and Gretel? Oh, it's her. We found her. I was gonna say the clone of the Duchess, but
Hands
not
off
quite.
My half, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross.
Then you open it.
Does she have like a fairy tale friend or something?
Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie.
Oh, it would be a shame if it was a hit and run right now.
You're old. Old and pale.
It's not pale.
But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel. Just as soon as I catch you.
Gary, she just got a big stick. It's fine. Oh, it's the Wicked Witch as well. Like, I can certainly see the influence in this one. Do people even get references to the Wizard of Oz nowadays? I'm not gonna say I'm like extremely familiar with Wizard of Oz, but that's like, isn't Wizard of Oz something that's like not been adapted at all in like actual decades? It's only been like referenced in parodies instead, right? It's actually a bit surprising that no one's done like a No, surely there's like a modern, gritty retelling of Wizard of Oz. Surely. It seems perfect for it, because it's already kind of like weird, right? And unsettling. Because it's just from like a certain time when everything was like kind of weird and unsettling. Could you stop? What are you doing right now? You're being rude. Can I shoot her when she does that? Yeah, but she does a strafing run. She'll shield herself. When she stops doing her WoW daily. Her bombing run. You're on fire. You're slow. What else are you? You are slower again. You're on fire. I am impenetrable damage. Okay, good. Got everything. No, I've still got more spells. I've still got more spells. You're on fire. Remake of 1939 classic film Wizard of Oz is in the works. New Line Cinema announced. I'm just a soothsayer over here. My finger's just too much on the pulse of the nations for my own good. No, Broom. She's dead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't have to fight me.
What was that?
The Wicked Witch. You've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Welcome to Gary Square. Look, it's your friend.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna?
Nice. What's his name's gonna be? Like
It's been
Hanzo?
years, Jack.
Oh, Jack.
Have
Okay.
you come
Oh.
to play?
No, I just want your beams, so you can breathe easy.
You're gonna have to pay up for those beans. He's not gonna spill the beans that easily. Beans? What beans? Gary!
What beans?
They're food!
Try not to interrupt.
Beans are food!
Now, Jack, where are they?
Sienna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home, for instance.
No, he's not actually real. So that
telling
doesn't
the
actually
truth.
matter.
I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
Friggin' Joss.
He had better know.
Joss isn't
Because
just the worst.
If not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo. Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
It's just nothing. The witch as well admitted that we're not even supposed to be here, so it would be a really easy case for the judge.
Searching for my lost childhood. Wound up at Kaer Morhen as a little boy. Don't quite remember how. Never had any toys. Never played any games. What do you think? Why might I be here? It's Detloff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you.
He did deserve the
Monsters to
quiet
attack
treatment, though.
Beauclair.
Sounds like Detloff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events.
No, I'm having
Get to the
dumb
point,
jokes.
please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Detloff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Exposed me.
He's burned the
In
city
prison
down.
because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Well,
But normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Detloff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else.
it would be no shit off Gary's back if they just torched
I
the city
accept your
down.
offer.
It would hurt you more than him.
Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Shake, 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 shake. I'm gonna take it to Shake Shack. Which is a thing that exists now. I don't know what it is. I imagine they make smoothies? Or milkshakes. One of the two. Maybe both? Could you make a... Could you make a smoothie milkshake? A smooth shake? What if you use sorbet? And, I don't know, almond milk? Would that be a... Would that be a, smooth shake?
This place. Tell me something more.
It's a
an
burger
illusion, right?
place?
Yes.
That's dumb, so.
Created by Arturius
You don't shake your
Ego.
burgers.
Anna, Henrietta, and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
But you should.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here. So you
Yeah,
had
I'm
best
not even
be on
supposed to
your
be here.
watch.
Since you brought it up, the knights Detloff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrac Peyron?
Not
Yeah,
a
I wonder if
memory
at least one of those
enjoyed
guys was pretty
visiting,
chill, right?
But I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Well,
You said they had their orders.
they were like...
But Crespi was not
You know.
able to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempted escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no
Yeah, that's
one's
pretty lame.
watching.
It does explain a lot.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side.
You don't need to ask me. I'm
What
just
is that?
trying to empathize with you, yeah?
Curse of the Black
You
Sun.
did just have a bunch of people murdered.
why you
I
were
kind of
banished,
deserve an
right?
explanation.
Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Craden.
And was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
Boo. Yeah, like she's like moral grandstanding Gary after like she like abused her vampire friend to like do a hit on a bunch of people. Like, come on, come on.
So, what's with the
This is not a new
beams?
place to be.
Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird
You
yourself
think supposed to
with
be in this
patience.
place?
There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame.
Ah, I see.
You know the tale?
That's why
Jack.
it was Jack.
Climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle. High up in
Wait,
the
so is there going to be
clouds.
a,
As
a
we should
Hans
do
at the
if
top
we
of the
just find
beanstalk
those
now?
blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead.
She's still hiding. No, not hiding anything. She just holds a hand like that. Fair enough.
Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house.
No, wait a second. No,
So,
don't trick me. You
what
tried to
exactly
fool
is
me,
happening in the
but
city?
there's goodies here.
Massacre.
Ooh.
Which is why we gotta hurry.
Need to
Cookies.
forget, time flows differently in the Fable Sphere. We can stay here a week, but outside mere minutes will have passed.
Very nice. I'll take it. Just gonna find Joss Whedon, stop him from making terrible movies.
Watch out!
Ooh.
Pixies!
I'm so happy things have turned on the Joss Whedon, dude. His style of writing is like so insufferable. It's so easy to parody as well. I'm not like too familiar with the style, but there was a period of like a lot of shitposting about like a really like dumbass quirky dialogue he does around the time. I think he did something shitty recently, right?
Fable Sphere from intruders.
Citation needed, but
Meaning you.
yeah, he at least did some poopy movies.
Oh, unicorns!
Unicorns?
We won't have
Oh,
to
it's
walk
Roach.
everywhere then. I call the pink one.
Yeah, Firefly is supposed to be
Isn't
great.
it? Reminds me of my
Avengers is-
childhood.
Reminds
right?
me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
Avengers is like a really good example of that like obnoxiously quippy thing though.
That's him. Joss. Last, they're going to rip him in 6.
I should watch Firefly someday though. It's,
Good.
that is like beloved despite only having a couple episodes. It's like what, 13 episodes or something? I remember looking it up out of curiosity. It's at least just one season, I think, right? It's like basically just the pilot. It's a shame. Like if anyone likes a pilot, it's a shame that to kill it at that point because pilots are never as good as like the rest of the show is, right? So if someone's made a good pilot,
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's
and
more.
you'd have to make a
Another
show,
wolf
like
behind
more
you.
show afterwards. It's gonna be
Ignore
like
him. He
a lot better
always
than pilot,
lies.
like almost always, I think.
Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you
You can't
must
just
become
say
his 3
chit.
beasts. I don't know anything. Not one thing. And besides, watch out, wolves.
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it.
No, I didn't swear, I didn't
Say
swear.
from
It's in the
me, you know
chat,
what
it's
happened,
different.
wouldn't it? Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that.
Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it?
A human. The most human-y human in the land of 1,000 fables. Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
It doesn't work when we don't believe. It's still here.
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground.
And who has it?
That's how
Bald
deep things usually
farmhand,
work.
Who in no way and not at all awaits someone.
He's
Not in
bald?
the slightest. Good folk! Wolf!
Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood?
All right, we should go.
It's got
Watch
a
out for
movie?
wolves!
Well, I guess that's a lot more than a lot of shows can ask for. No idea there was a movie.
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though?
Jesus,
You
our
need to
unicorn
really
is
remember
ripped.
He always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
So swole.
I'm not
Shredded.
sure. We
It's a
should
buff little
consider
boy
other
back there.
fables, the meaty ones
All
first.
goosed up.
Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work.
Hooray! Gotta do a bunch of shit. Shit, sorry.
Incredible.
You and Rich.
You must have loved
But
this
only because
place.
Trollboy
I
can't
did
win.
it
But you
first.
understand why Trollboy can't win.
But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of
wolf stuff.
princesses eventually turn dull and
I'll take it.
routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out
Yeah,
of the
what do you mean dog
princess.
tallow? That's not a,
Serves to
is that a
this
real
day, I
thing?
think.
Did anyone used to harvest the tallow of dogs? I don't... That just doesn't seem worth it. Right? Why would you?
Come on, Roach.
Oh, I'm just gonna... It's like... It's a predator. It's like... Hang on, are dogs obligate carnivores? I know cats are, but are dogs? Or are dogs like... omnivores? What do I even get now? Hang on, do I have far-reaching art equipped? No, I don't think so. Honestly, TBH, I think my character build is perfect, and there's nothing I can do to improve this. It's like totally fine. It's not like anything fun to... I don't need it. I get so much adrenaline already. I'm totally fine. I guess I'm gonna take some stuff in case I'm gonna replace Gourmet at some point. Because I can, now that I have Quen. So I'm just gonna put this stuff into Eden intensity and just forget about it. Hey! I'm gonna forget about it. I don't even need to change my character build.
Faster! Come on, you... Know what? They need names. I'll call mine... Anise.
Call mine Roach.
Roach? Are you serious? Ugh.
Yeah, every single one of Gary's horses are called Roach, right? Like, this one had a name before he even named it. It was always meant to be Roach. I guess that's not nominative determinism, which is called Roach, so it was meant to be Gary's mount, inevitably one day. Oh, it's a Pied Piper. Hello. So, what can I do for you? Do you need to find your kids or something? No, he's upset about these guys. Get out of pixies. What are these guys supposed to be? Have we encountered these enemies before? They're like weird goblin fellows. I guess these are like the kids following the Pied Piper, maybe?
He's come out to show off his new robe.
Who? Where? Who are you talking about? I don't know. I do not see the Emperor. Is she just first posting already? Like, oh, I really want to see the Emperor. Oh, well. Nah, it's chill. Oh, they said the word! Fist tag! Now I know it's not fish tag.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass, but no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweet?
I actually have no idea.
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Find us.
Wait, she's just gonna take it? Like it's hers now? I don't think she can do that.
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from a Turius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood.
I wonder
Ribbon
why.
reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, You're scaring away my customers.
Your customers of cats and pixies. Look, that cat. I think we should investigate
Give
the cat.
Sienna the ribbon.
It's getting away right now.
Why not, huh?
I'm finishing this conversation, but the cat is involved.
The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it.
No.
A round of cards?
I'm gonna Jedi trick you. Here it comes. Are you kidding me? Yes, we're
What
playing
have you got
Gwent.
to sell exactly?
Like I said,
The spice and drugs. Golden thread. Gold ball. Yeah, there it is. This thing. Gary just looks at that and is like, oh, crafting materials. Nice. Aren't I lucky? You can have my gloves and my sword. Yep. There you go. I wouldn't want to put on any of the masks right now because I would have like they wouldn't recognize me because they'll think I'm a totally different person because I'm wearing a mask. Alright, fine. Let's play cards.
All right, let's play.
Let's play some cards.
If you
I'm gonna
lose, you give me the ribbon.
gonna win the ribbon back.
none can best me at Gwent.
None can? We'll see about that. I'm gonna play the Northern Realms. Surprised? I mean, like, just start the game? Moon was their way of ending it, but it just got cancelled. Yeah, fair enough. Clear weather sounds nice to have. What does the sword mean? Is it like you want a identical thing? And I just want to zoom in on the card. What are the swords? No. That's just where they're standing. They're melee. What does that mean? Is it like you give stats to your adjacent guys? Something like that. What does that mean? Is a spy? I have you? God, there's so many sword dudes here. Do I need both of these guys? Probably don't need both these guys. What does that mean? He's got a helping hand? I think I did the right thing. Oh no, I should place the Skoyatel. They're gonna sail away in the opposite direction of me at the start of Act 2. Get out, what's his name again? Yarpen? He's too good at Gwent. He knows the card names. Your roast is ruined. What? What does that even do? Did you move the guy to another lane? Get more stats? I don't think you're allowed to do that. What does this do? What does hands do? What do they do? That's fine. Nothing. Hands do nothing, actually. It's your way. Good thing he can't see us because of that dumbass. Bandana is good. I hope he doesn't have the weather that's bad for me. That would be fine. Yavin. Oh, Yavin is a really good card because they're good for environment. I think this is a really good time for me to pass and concede. Because that's a lot more stats. I'm gonna have to spend like a lot of cards to compete with that one. I'm just gonna keep my card advantage. Yeah, I remember Yavin. No way. Too late, dude. Too late. You should have said no wait quicker. So, if anyone's curious about what the hell? If anyone's curious about why this game is going poorly, it's that guy's fault. Over there in chat. Trebuchets. If you're gonna sack around, you play a spy. Oh, okay. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? Now, this unit doesn't make any sense if you only have one siege unit. It's really shitty value. Really piss poor. He passed? Well, I guess that's the sensible thing to do when you are crushing me. Nice. I won a round. Ooh, buddy. Can you beat my spy? Hang on, aren't I gonna lose now if I got a spy? Because don't spies give like forces to your enemy or something? What do spies even do? I don't get it. I know they're like apparently very good. Damn, I lost. That's a lot of dudes. Yeah. So I should have played a spy last round or something, right? Ooh. It's cold now. Yeah, it's real cold. It's really, really, really cold, dude. It's gonna keep getting colder. Now it's hot again. Hell yeah. Yeah, sure. Take a victory, lady. You and your busted ass elf deck. Wow, so OP. She can't believe it. Gary lost in Gwent. That's not even supposed to happen. Never happened before in the history of.
You lost, friend. So, if you still want that ribbon, you've got
Gwent.
to pay up.
What if we just kill her? You thought about that, Gary? What about just murdering her?
Wasting time here, Sienna. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Not gonna take the ribbon back. And oh, come on. God, Gary, just killed the baby. At least poison the baby. Nice, there you go. Got it right. No. Hang on. Oh no. I'm just gonna. That's something that was supposed to happen. I didn't know cats can't breathe the fart gas. How was I supposed to know that would happen?
What is it, love?
Fine, I'll pay you for the ribbon. This enough?
It's enough. Now go away.
I'll get it. I'm gonna modern a way to kill her. Mark my words. You will be destroyed. Gary's coming saying poison your
Tell
cat
me.
because he sucks like Gwen.
What?
You want in return.
It happens, man.
Not doing
Have you seen
it
what
kindness
people
of your heart.
do when they play Gwent in this
want
world?
anything in
They do the
return.
craziest shit.
I. Thank you.
What a dorky smile. Just looks like a real doofus this year. Oh! Just turn on the post-processing right for a second. That's a lot of pixies. Why? There's enough pixies here for a band. Punch me. Yeah, good job. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Punch me more. Hurt me, pixie. Hurt me more. Thank you. Yeah, keep doing it. You're doing such a good job. Nice, nice, nice. Again. Dude. Dude, do one. Come on. Thank you. You fools. You absolute morons. Where'd you know?
Oh, the three little pigs' homes.
What?
But you know
Oh,
the
yeah.
story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember
Oh, look at this
Joseph's
place.
words?
It's a real brick shit
One
house.
beam lies out in the open, guarded by 3
So goosed up.
nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
Knock knock. He doesn't want to see me.
Witcher?
Gary. What? But there's a quest here. 3 pig. Right here. Then it to blow down. Whoosh.
Damn, you're up.
Oh, that's not how it's supposed to work. I don't think.
Oh, Pumbo,
I just wanted to knock. I didn't think I was going to be a monster here. I didn't think I was going to do the boss fight in Maryland 2. That's just a good game. People keep talking about, Mario World or Mario 3, dude. It's Maryland 2 for the Game Boy. Game is rad as hell. Really good. There's a level where you go inside of Mario. What would you want to do now? Oh, rude! Wow, these pigs don't mess around. They're like Dark Souls 2 pigs. You're on fire. Yeah, it's literally Maryland. Yeah. Ow! This is why I can't get rid of Gourmet. Gourmet is very good. You get destroyed by pigs that do enough damage to completely break your Quen shield? Oh my god. Like, that's a lot of damage. Like, imagine, like, this is how it's like fighting 3 pigs. Imagine what it's like fighting 30 to 50 wild hogs on a daily basis. Oh my god, jeez, the damage. Hang on, I just need actually, okay. Much better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one actually, for Gwen.
Ugly and fierce.
Yep, there we go. Please, just die already. I think I need some pig oil or something. Has anyone got some front I can use? Front? Is it front? I think that might actually be a word for the same thing in a different language. You call it stock, don't you? That's what you call it, yeah. Although I do like front. But I don't think that's English. Nice. Is anything inside I needed? The bean! I got it!
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a bean.
That's
Cannot be.
much bigger
What
than I thought it was
cannot
gonna be.
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Skeleton?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of the Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
Made some.
But here we are chatting away when there's work
This
to
guy's
do.
a bean.
We must keep looking.
That's my least favorite song
you like it
about
here?
service
No,
staff.
got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Ooh, rabbit pelt. Why is there rabbit pelt? Oh, did the hogs like accidentally kill like Wolpetingers? No, go away, pixies! I don't want to listen to a new album. Go away. I don't actually know what the pixies play. I don't even know where they're from. But I have a feeling the British and that's a death sentence if, for any sort of music. Imagine listening to British music, dude. Not okay. No, I don't want to track her. She's always right behind me. My grandmama, sorry. Thanks, Ollie. Is she gonna be a wolf? She's gonna be a wolf. Oh, she's already a wolf.
Hello? Can we talk?
Schwumbroch, my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Sienna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
You could always have a drink with us.
Oh, what now? Not on your life. I can barely stand, I'm so hungover.
Oh, I thought they were just
You
sleeping
know
on the
what they
ground.
say about the hair of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
I think that's like the only like comedy French accent that's in this DLC somehow. I figured there would be more, but I think this is the only one.
Beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is
Like
it?
this guy may as well be like, oh.
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen.
You fool, there's not even a T in Sian.
Stage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, Little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What does that even mean?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks, and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Good now, hearts at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be.
Alright, this is serious. Doesn't even want to talk about beans. This is getting out of hand, Gary.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
Yuck, yuck.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. A piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Okay. Got nothing else to do. Aside from do the quest. Well, well, well. If it isn't
right.
Red Riding Hood.
Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg.
Huh. Well, doesn't look quite right. Oh, there she is. And a hunter. You don't need any more than hood? I feel like your cosplay is going to be pretty mediocre if you're just going to go to the hood and be like, check it out. The name's Red Riding Hood. Didn't specify anything else about anything. I haven't built a tower. I feel like that might be the last thing I do. No, please, Gary. Just, thank you. Service. Can I get that? Yeah, there we go. Better. Gary, please. Gary, no. Get out a drink. Oh, thank you. There's a cutscene.
Any luck?
What's going on
Yep,
up there?
look what I got.
No, excuse me. There's
Never
a horse with a dog
to
and a
me.
guy on top of it.
How do I look?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad. You got a hood on.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Not too
Let me
bad for
guess.
someone that doesn't
You'll
usually
play
wear
the
hoods.
granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if Little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
He's right here.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But, Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Well, he does what he loves. Well, not the greatest performance, but at least he'll give me a cool trinket or something. I'm not allowed to say that. I never done that raid. Imagine playing Burning Crusade, dude. What a fool. Imagine playing World of Warcraft. Lamau. Go on, please. Also, I bet you are weak to being on fire. Yeah. Not bad. Nice. It's actually not the bad damage if someone just like stands there and doesn't react in any way. That's pretty based.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean? A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is.
Why would he even have
Red
that stuff in
bean.
there?
Well then, one step closer.
Are those like
to
bits
our
and bobs from
goal.
other fairy tales?
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
I mean, you can just tell me.
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes, and the noble
just
knights of
questing you.
Tucson,
Come
I
on.
didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor.
It's not that bad. Yeah, I played Minecraft.
But as always,
Everyone knows
failed
how to survive the
live up
first
to
night at this point.
expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me, or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. And eventually, I became their leader.
This is like
the
the most
whole ragged
extremely
band.
clumsy exposition I've ever seen. At least in this game. This is so weird.
Should have stayed there, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything, started a new life.
It
But
sounds
you
better
know
than what's
what?
happening right now.
There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat.
You're the one that begged for it! Excuse me, I'm just gonna loot this big bad wolf. What? Okay. Ooh. What's that? Apparently those things that Gary insisted were important. Oh, you're just gonna wear that from now on? Okay, yeah. Suit yourself. No, Gary. I've decided to be the Oh, check out this move! What do you think? I got one of those special
like
unicorns.
Henrietta?
The wheelie kind. That's when you know you're definitely riding a roach. Okay. Okay, horse. Okay, please. Get out of the ditch. Go back. Yeah, Gary needs to get back to his roots. Discover himself. Like, oh, it's the Emperor. And his new clothes. So comfortable. We can all learn a thing or two about the Emperor. I don't know why she talked about the Emperor while he wasn't even, like, in the same universe as us, though. Ah, Lone Locks would be in a tower, I see, okay. Is that... that's not a name, right?
You jest, I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as
She's very bitter.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Oh god. I can't believe that worked. It did not look like it would work. Isn't the whole point of the fairy tale that, like, you couldn't climb up the tower? Why is there a bunch of ladders and stuff on this? Doesn't it defeat the purpose of the tower if you can just climb up? Okay. Yeah, we do need to find someone to cruelly dump, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get a cruel dump from this lady, though. I think she's schmoving. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I think she's moving, but, like, she does deserve to be dumped, is the thing. Yeah, too late. Sure. Sorry, Long Locks. That's my bad. I should have started by going here, I guess.
Not good.
Not good, yeah, that's how I also describe this, what's happening right now. Let's see. Hidden. Better into the hidden, then wow, the Oxy, then dash around. You. I would want to put a set on fire, but can't. There we go. There's Whacker. Sure, what it means to give buff little boys in trouble. I swear I heard that sound before. Is that the sound of, like, the dragon turtle in Warcraft 3? Maybe the Hydra. It's a very familiar sound. I think it's one of the stock sounds you hear in, like, everything. Stop that. Just try to cast spells here. I'm letting you be a ghost, you let me cast spells. Should be a fair deal.
Hanged yourself by your own hair.
Got him. Can you even... can you do that? I guess.
Here it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
I guess what I should ask is, before I kill the ghost, is what shampoo and conditioner she uses, because damn, and strong hair. I trust this drop is fine. Oh, thank you. She could have just left the whole time.
So?
Got the beam.
There was like ladders.
Seems she got
There
sick
was
of waiting for
rope. There was
enlightenment
everything
showing
around the tower. She could just
Can you
left.
blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only
Man, she really sucks. She's
Too
horrible.
bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know.
Stronger 2020. Hell
Hashing
yeah.
out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick.
Wait, what did he wearing around the wrist?
That
Oh, is that the ribbon I got her?
I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
Yes. But not in the way you think.
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Ugh, bother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world.
That's rich coming from you.
It reminds me of him a bit, stifling all emotions
The
inside.
person literally wearing a cape in front of me right now.
You see, when I met
No,
Olaf,
Gary.
I...
No. It's a
Somehow
cloak.
I knew, call it
It's a cloak, Gary.
that
It's
he meant
different.
me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess.
I guess.
What happened
Sure.
then?
We
Yeah.
talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
Oh my God.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing.
Oh, I see.
Then,
So you
as I
had to. You
decided
had to do it.
return, clean
Gotcha.
up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
In this case, both. Both,
Got a
actually.
history with Dettlaff now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sod off to this fecking fable sphere.
Her fake swears are so funny.
Now we must
You
plant
just
them by the path near Longlock's tower.
you,
Then
don't-
prepare to
you
meet
can't
the
do
giant.
that. You just if you're gonna swear, just swear. You can't just say fucking shit and just pretend like, oh, you didn't swear at all. Fucking shit. Ah, shoot down these plowing pixies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you're gonna do fake swears, at least make it like really silly like that.
Right, this is the spot.
Oh,
Pull out the
gadzooks.
beans.
Gadzooks, Gary.
Just a bit more and I'll be free. At last.
Here come the beans. Slorp.
Wait.
Did this bean shrink?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful.
You want like a bean net?
All right, toss them.
It's like fireworks? I think you got fake beans. These beans might be food. Nah, they're gonna erupt right as he inspects them. Bush. Bushroom.
Something's always gotta go wrong.
I'm gonna use
The
Quen
home
first.
stretch.
Carrie! Ah, she's distracted. Now's my chance.
incredible.
Oh look, it's a giant castle. I sure hope there are
Admire
no
the view
giants.
later. First, we must deal with him.
It's been a while since I fought a giant. You haven't done the giants. It's like, oh no, it's a nameless king, dude. It's a nameless giant. Didn't? I don't think he's allowed to do that. Oops, no, I did not want to spark this. I wanted to set on fire. Fire was pretty good as it got, right? I do remember one thing about the giants is that they're very good at punching me and pushing me away. Never mind, I was gonna check, oh, that's all the flashes here. I'm gonna check what oil to use against them, and then realize, actually, he's almost dead already. So I don't think I need to do that. I don't know how I did it, but he got toasted by something. Was it a fire? I'm gonna put something to this. That worked. Was it a fire? Yeah, it was a fire. Oh my god. Jeez. Very nice. Got him. That was a lot easier than the first jump I did. I'll take this stuff. No, I want the stuff.
For a fairy tale creature,
Stop.
that was one tough son of a wench.
Oh yeah,
I
very
told you
tough.
this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
That so? How? Plan to use me like you did Detloff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler.
No, thank
I
you.
don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
Let her have her way with you. Oh no, thank you.
Another time, another place, maybe. No offense.
No, complete
No,
offense.
You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine.
Gary, please. Make love to me on top of this giant.
The exit's this way.
At the foot of this derelict castle. Please, Gary. It's now or never. It's the only place. Whoa, okay. Yeah, no thank you. Jesus. Gary's got some higher standards than that. Like, gross. Actually gross.
Another will-o'-the-wisp. Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right, my due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do, and I regret nothing. One lives but once.
Into the well, okay.
Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Quen before I do anything, of course. It's what I told Gary to do in all his cutscenes where he does something silly. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Oh look, your home is on fire. Isn't that a shame? Did she just marry you out of the portal? Boing?
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Well,
Would you prefer I
maybe
treated you like
we
the
would.
lion that manipulator you are?
Yeah.
Sienna, you've already run afoul of one vampire. Don't start a fight with another, all right?
Then tell said other vampire to stop taunting me.
I can't. Have you seen the mutton chops in this guy?
I shall do my utmost.
Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Like the mutton chops in this guy signifies his bad right paired gint or something. It's powerful. Ooh, I'll take a level. Although it's pointless and useless to me because I'm not gonna do anything with this power I just got because my build is perfect.
Nice place.
Isn't it?
Yeah, real charm.
Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Like you can now? It's not a very clear day.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Detlef ever see in you?
Honestly,
Perhaps he'll tell
yes.
you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Detlef will be here any moment now.
There is. Found him. Might have forgotten to give like Detlef his GPS or something. You could have like brought Yahtzee or something to get over here.
Ren. Sienna. I have a question I must ask you.
No, it's Batman.
Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Detlef, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What?
But how?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later.
Ah.
She will pay! You never should have meddled, Witcher!
I didn't realize he would do that. Yeah, that the thing around the wrist was the ribbon. I kind of have a feeling that either way, no matter what happens, we're probably putting the Deathlock down like old yellow, like no matter what. It just because like I think the other difference is if Sienna dies as well, right? Because they would probably kill him for doing that. Because I wasn't intending to kill that lad. And I thought I went the best route to you know, to have something amicable happen. That's bad. Well, there's definitely die now. We're messing up Regis. Regis is my best boy. He's like the only good friend Gary has had in this whole game.
I want you just the last. You tricked me, both of you.
I didn't trick you.
Plan any of it.
Silence. What now, you piece of filth?
Like, I don't know, like, is it a trick that my friend happened to not die? That's the counter. Yeah, I imagine, yeah. I could probably spare Deathlock Mercy. Is my best guess. I just didn't think we would necessarily have to go in a fight with him. Although Deathlock is probably like, you know, it's like the boss. The boss, so it would make sense for them to include this fight no matter what, right? He's gonna point aggressively at you for a couple of minutes, yeah? Oh. He's a tyrant. He's a Resident Evil boss. Or he's the Demigorgon. Did I just own him with Urden right there? I think he got toasted by Urden. I think he flew above the Urden and got grounded, maybe. So look if it works again. No, that's bad. Ooh, that's very bad. He's trying to cast the Quen. I'm not sure why he did that just then. No, not that. I want to cast the bomb. It feels like it might have done something to do with Uden, but I can't say for sure. So it's gonna shoot bats at me. Right? Oh my god! I thought I could dodge it. I guess you just want to Quen that. That's nasty. I think you don't give it a ribbon, he just smirks her, and you can be chill and let him go. Yeah.
Nice play, isn't it?
Oh, we need to go to this thing. Please. It's not like I got any choices here. Why would you put me all the way back here? This is the weirdest checkpoint. Yeah, like this would have been a natural place to put me. Because like, there were no choices though. It was just like a bunch of talking. I think this guy is actually not hitting for as much as this pigs did. Because he's actually not completely breaking Quen the way the pigs were. I can't even skip this cutscene. When it turns into the Demigorgon. I guess this explains what the other vampires, why they look silly. Oh yeah. I think I'm right. Yeah, he gets a bit upset if they wow, that fucks me up even if I have Quen on. What even? I guess you just shoot him. No, there was something else. Did I hit him with a bomb or something? Wow. I don't know what to do about that. Can I like axe him or something? that'd work. Now he's definitely gonna kill me if I don't do anything yet. Can't save, can I? Nope. Thank fuck. I don't actually know what to do there, so... Oh no, and it explodes! Okay, gotcha, okay. There could have been choices. Ah. Oh, yeah, I guess there could have been choices if I hadn't given the ribbon. There could have been choices.
No, it
But
isn't.
since I gave it the ribbon, there are no choices.
It's
So, we gotta do it every time. And there are some things to figure out in this fight as well, so...
I want you just a last.
It's a little bit annoying to be essentially back.
didn't grab it.
Silence!
How you like that silver?
Probably as much as everyone else if you asked that question. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't go the route that I've done, then it makes a lot of sense, because then you could yeet the fight. Because you could be like, oh no, I didn't actually want to fight. I regret that. I can see that. But in my situation, no such like. Not that I would have skipped ammo, because I didn't want that.
Playing now.
Don't get it. So I think he flew from my fart gas now, right? And that upset him? I think he either flew through my fire earlier or my bomb. Oops, I had nothing to go through it on. Dude, I don't know what to do about those bats. Oh, can I block them? Maybe I can block them. There's a block button in this game. Have I made a healing potion? There's a healing potion? No one told me about a healing potion. Vitality? I can't even make anything during combat. Very so I didn't even know you can make fucking healing potions. Yeah. Ow. Like, if you just have to tank damage there. I need some healing potions. If you just have to tank damage. I'm gonna try blocking this time around. I didn't think it was throwing bats at me, so I didn't get time to react.
Is perhaps
There's no reason to do all dialogue, right? If it's like non-essential dialogue, nothing changes if you don't do it. Can I craft here? Oh, I can craft right now. What is my healing potion? It's not swallow, is it? It has vitality regeneration. Vitality is my health, I think. Maybe it's got swallow, yeah. Oh, bubble quen! Yeah, that could work. If I just have to eat shit, then I'm gonna need some. Enhanced Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, vampire oil. Yeah. No, I actually have the armor right now that incentivizes using what the hell is a cleansing mixture? When did I use that? I have the set armor right now, which incentivizes oil use, so I should. In fact, I think I made vampire oil earlier, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I made a bunch of like oil earlier. Because it's not humans and non-humans. Isn't that everything? Isn't everything a human or a non-human? Oh, I might be able to save it. Yeah. I'm gonna give that a try. I need ruby, vermilion. What the fuck is vermilion? Oh. That loot. can save here. There we go. That's why you have this have this like, little segment here where they fight each other. That's why they have that. That makes a lot of sense. Inventory. Let's see. I think I still have the pop mold shit here. What the hell? No, stop. No, I don't want to dye my stuff. Cat? I don't need cat. Tawny oil. Oh, that's good, I guess. I would like the vampire oil. Oh shit, I need to repair this. It's that broken already? I don't know all the bombs I have. Grape shot. Blind. What's this? Just gonna repair my swords quickly. It's so easy to repair the swords as well. There's no reason not to repair swords. Ever. Okay, we got it now. We got it. Yeah, literally 0%. As low as it possibly could be. Ah, shit, I didn't put on the Quen. Oh, whatever, let's start with that Quen. The bowl Quen, that is. Let's see how it goes. Wait, the vampire oil doesn't last for very long, does it? That's for like 20 hits. So I gotta refresh it up this immediately. Aye, this is what it means to go even further beyond. No eyes, Gary. We don't need eyes where I'm going. Alright, so definitely Quen. And the block. And we got pray and hope. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, I'm gonna eat my shit now. Eat shit, sorry. So? God, this interface is so confusing. I haven't had to use this all game. Okay. No, don't go in on them. Rub on them. Can I R them or something? Go away, bats. What if I go under him when he does the bats? Will that work? Ow! Oh, how do I knock him out of the sky? He just keeps flying. More bombs. That's the answer, I think. Definitely Quen. I wish I had the fucking bubble up right now, dude. Ah, shit. Dude, I fucking pause buffering over here. Dude, that's just what it's like to play Magic Gary. You get a lot of spells in this game. Playing Magic Gary is just playing this game in slow-mo. Yeah, I don't understand the mechanic where it just throws bats at you and you just take force damage. I don't understand this at all. So I guess I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna put points into active shields. And I'm gonna yeet something. What am I gonna yeet? Delusion, I guess. Alright, let's get out of it. Trust me, dude, I'm an expert at stupid busted vampire bosses, so now just grab them. Yeah, that usually works.
I want you just the last. You tricked me, both of you.
The Eden definitely seems to help. That's how I grounded him earlier. Just need to put him on fire in this face. I think if we just put him on fire and just walk around, it just ends the face on his own. Almost. Oops, stop that. Almost. This is the run. This time for sure. Wow, he turns into a Demogorgon? I have no idea. Alright, so now we... I probably shouldn't be casting a bunch of spells right now.
Gods, start praying now.
Let's see what I have time for. No, shit, that's the wrong spell. Fuck. It's fine, whatever. I'll just catch him in the next one. I didn't catch him though. Oh, hang on. Did we just like shoot him out of the air with a bow when he dies at me? Is that it? That might be it actually. Oh fuck, I got hit by this shit, the filthy ground. But the potion, potion I have is helping a lot. It is healing me like tons here. What if I just get one pip down, will that help? Alright, try to, no, this is the dumbass fucking bees. What the fuck, dude? What do you do? And he always dives afterwards, so I need to get ready for that. I'm gonna try getting under him. I do not understand. Oh, hang on. What if it's really... Oh, fuck, I'm done. What if you literally just hide behind a brick shit axe? What if that's it? What if you just hide behind debris? And it's like, oh, bats don't go through bricks. That'll do it, Gary. You got me there. Is there anything like that here? Or is it just like a flat arena? No, it's actually just a flat arena. I am so baffled and confused at the bat mechanic, dude. That is boggling. The active shield did literally nothing, I think. It just hurts you, just force damage. Blocking doesn't do anything. Dodging doesn't do anything. Quen doesn't do anything. Active shield Quen doesn't do anything. Getting under him doesn't do anything. What does do anything? I think it's just force damage to punish you for not grounding him when it comes at you. I think that's it.
If you acknowledge any gods,
sprinkle of potions.
now.
That. Pop down and hit them. I don't think Quen actually does anything here. Then you shoot him. I think that's literally the mechanic. It's just to punish you for letting him fly. If, that's what the bats does. You're just not supposed to even let him do that, dummy. You can ard him with the plus. Oh, okay. It seems like most things will ground him. I think. The bats though, the bat is like the most incongruous fucking mechanic it does. I do not understand it. Bat strats is just to dodge out of the way? That's literally the first thing I tried, but I guess I missed it. Like, that's the first thing I tried against the bats, and I thought, like, oh, I've definitely got it. So, I'm definitely not allowed to do that. Oh shit, I'm doing my shit too early, yeah. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I very well might have just missed it, and then tricked myself into thinking that's not how we did. Because I think as well, I tried to dodge out of the way of the bats, rather than using iframes. So if I just use iframes now, I'm able to just dodge
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
The timing is a bit hard to hit. Not hard to hit, it's just I don't quite know the timing yet. I'll get it. It takes a while to actually arrive at you, which is bats. Maybe I should, maybe I'm gonna pause buffer and move. Roll? I guess that was too late. Roll was the first thing I tried, and I didn't get it. Isn't it gonna bat me again though? Fuck, I should have just added. I didn't realize how to reload. Well, I get to try this now. When does he do the bats? He holds the bats for so long. I hate these bats so much. They do so much more damage than anything else. Fuck. Yeah, it's like an extremely long wind-up as well.
I want you just on this. You tricked me, both of you.
Didn't plan
It just looks like the attack is happening. Like it could be happening at like so many times throughout the animation, and then it just doesn't every time. It's so blagging. I'll try being really patient with it this time. Really patient stuff here. Just gonna look at it. I'm gonna walk away actually.
Start praying now.
I guess I was too patient. Ah, shit. What? What? Okay, bats. And... die. They come at you so fucking suddenly as well, dude. They are so fucking sudden. This is definitely... I don't fucking stand this timing. It's horrible. Like, the bats come at you instantly. Pretty tight window. Yeah, it's tiny. I'm just not like acclimated to this at all while playing this game. This is the only like challenging fight in the whole of Witcher 3, I think.
I want you just on that. You tricked me, both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Yeah, don't punch him. There's just no reason to. Can I blind him? I wonder if I can blind, just chuck a flashbang at him while he's flying, and just, it grounds him. Okay. I want to try it. The bow feels like the most consistent thing I do though. I just need to reload it. I kind of like the fireball, actually. Let's give it a try.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
There you go, there's some potions. And then when? We're gonna do... First, it's gonna bat me. No, what? That's not bats! Dude. That's the closest I've ever got to actually timing that. And it still chunked me. Fucked. I keep not expecting that. I had my iframes though. He clipped me through the iframes though. And now it dives me around. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the first fight of Ninja Gaiden, but at the end of the game. Please. Please work. Nope. Wait, I blinded myself. Oh, I didn't realize the flashbang took that long, but I guess that proves that I cannot just blind him to ground him. It's gonna diamond, right? Okay. Okay, I'm dead now. Well, let's see if I get us. Dude! These bats are so dumb. Fuck me. Unbelievable. Like, I haven't gotten like a clue over if there's anything I'm even doing correctly yet. Even I feel like I'm literally at like step 1 of the fight still. I'm so confused. I'm blanked. I don't understand this at all. Because I think at most I've gotten in that like a pip of health. Reload, save, dodge, ribbon, there we go. Yeah. Maybe. It's the same shit for Gary, right?
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Instant block does not work either. You cannot parry the bats. Oh shit, I need to drink my potions as well. Okay. I can't believe there's a fight that just makes you Quen useless. That is heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. How was I too close? In what universe? No, that's not the bomb I wanted to use. Fuck. That was fine. No, cannot ard the bats away. Just testing. No, it's confirmed. You literally just dodge the bats. Everyone says just dodge the bats. What? Oh, he's gonna die, right? Oh, that was bad. I thought maybe I could do it again. Because I managed to chuck the bomb at him the first time around. Just saying fire over him and when it's bad time, sprinting away sideways when he starts casting it. Looks like you just got dodge him. Okay. It makes sense, but like, I wonder if sprinting actually makes a difference, yeah. Because when it tracks you really well. Like the first thing I tried was just dodging a bunch of sideways and see how well it tracks you to bats, but he homes them in on it. So he does course direct if you move, which is what caused me to like stop trying to dodge him and find other solutions. But yeah, there's literally no other solutions than dodge him. I'll try sprinting, yeah. It is literally the only mechanic in a whole game that would require you to sprint away from him, though, if that's the case.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Okay. No! Gary! I dodged it, at least. I was planning to use the fire there, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. He just stopped sprinting there. I wanted to keep sprinting. At least I kind of got the timing. I don't know about sprinting. I can't do it. Gary just stopped sprinting because he's in combat. I think I'm dead now. Oh, I'm dead? Okay. No, now I'm dead. Okay, I think I see it. I think I see. He can't sprint. You can't just like Dark Souls start sprinting away because he's in combat. So, but I can start a sprint. I'm not allowed to start the sprint, but not allowed to keep sprinting. So you start the sprint and then you dodge. I think I get it. Not something I've ever had to do, but I think that seems to be within my purview. Yeah.
Both of you! Silence!
He's such a joke fight until then as well. You just ignore him twice. Hey, Cole. Hello. Welcome. Fighting a vampire. Quote-unquote fighting. How you doing?
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
And what do I do? I drink my potions. For sure. No need to start a fire on the wall. Because he's just gonna chase me away. Start sprinting. And then dodge. Fuck! I don't understand these bats. It's ridiculous. Bang. No shit. Fuck! Gary, no! You got no aim! God damn it. I think it's such a good spot for that grenade right there, but he just threw it right over the edge there, like a doofus. There we go. That is ridiculous. It's so hard. Timing? What? What did you reload early, Gary? I didn't realize you had to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, now we... Bomb? That's not the bomb I wanted, is it? Okay, yeah, I got it now. You have to start sprinting and then roll in order to get out of the way. It's not enough to ever roll out of the way. You have to both sprint, roll, and time it well. That's really tough to just find out. Fuck. What even hit me though? Was it the ground goop? Bomb, please. Oh, it stuns me. That's bad. Is my potion even on yet? Still even? No, it's not. Well, if I do my potion now, I might save it. Oh shit. Did I just poison myself? Oops. That goop is really bad. It's caught me a couple times now. Ah, shit. This is bad. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. Because I need to reload. No, I shot him! I thought I'd reload, but I didn't. Oops. There's no good way to check if your bow is reloaded or not. Fuck me, those bats. I think it helps to be far away. I might actually want to pause buffer those bats. I might actually want to like buffer some frames. Because they are disgusting. Actually disgusting. Really good fast start, and Sid, what you got going on there? I think you all use a break from this friggin' game. Oh, you got a diamond. You got a diamond and a barbarian horseman. Nice. Nice, that's cool. Cool game. I think that's what you call a cool game, when you got a barbarian horse. You're not even a horseman. That's a horse archer even. It's like very, very bad. It's just extremely not great.
Silence!
Those are the barbs and the hungry went to war with me in the instant saw me. Jeez. Hate that. The amount of times you freeze framing this guy lunging imminently, yeah. Potions, bread, Tony Owl, swallow, yeah. And then just hold the bow. Just hold the bow, don't do anything, just hold the bow. Fuck. Way too soon, way too soon. Hold the bow. Bang. It doesn't do that much damage, it's a little bit actually. Is my bow reloaded? It is now. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. I get it on me. I've downloaded the vampire. Alright, we're good now. Got him. He's taking no damage, dude. Let's see if I downloaded him for real. I got him, dude. I'm inside this guy's head right now. Bang. Fucking baby damage. Hurting like kittens. Oh my god, I done it. I see the timing. Hey, that was fast. You don't supposed to do that fast. What do you mean bats already? God, it's so easy. It's so easy, dude. I'm so bad. Fuck me. Never mind. Bang. Yeah, all you do is you look at them, you see the bats, then you see the bats erupt ahead, like on top of them. Then you go. The bats like make kind of a cloud, like right above them. Nah. Yeah, the bats. Above them, run. And roll. No, it's fine. Oh, thank fuck. Although, it would have been fine to keep fighting like that because I downloaded this time in the... Oh, smooch. I don't think you should have done that. I'm like highly toxic right now. That's weird. Oh, it's just a little fella. It's a buff little boy in there. Hello. Meat world. Speaking of Demogorgon and Stranger Things, we got this scene.
Prepare to die, Witcher!
No, I think I'm fine now, actually. Oh, I am toxic. I don't do any more. don't drink any more potions. Exclamation point, toxic, space between each letter, exclamation point. Oh, his run cycle! Did you see his run cycle? He runs up at you like a little nerd. Could you slow down a little bit, please? Thank you. Need to be toxic as if you as a so blood had some obviously. Yeah. This is like this is like that fight in Metal Gear Solid 3 right now. We are deliberately feeding him poison dart frogs like in MGS3, like the fear. This guy's no chance. Has this guy seen what I've done to what's his name again? Ilganov? Wiped a lot of times. You're on fire. You're also on fire. You're both on fire? No, just hit me. Fire? Bang! That was annoying, boss. Those fucking tentacles. Oh, I think you think about the other one now, aren't you? What's his name again? Oh, the door. You think about the Ice Stalk fella, aren't you? Ilganov is the guy under with all the slimes and the mind controls. And... No. There are two Ilganovs. Sorry. There are two Ilganovs. Yes, you're right. Ilganov has the tentacles. But there's also Ilganov with the slimes. Yeah. Second boss of Emerald Dream, but also like the sixth boss of Nyalofa. Sorry. But it does also look a lot like the boss in Emerald Nightmare, this one. It looks like the little chamber where you fight the brain. You go into the tree and you go into like Meat World.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Well, it's not like Gary can do anything to him, right? Because isn't the only way to kill an Elder Vampire to be an Elder Vampire and kill him? So this is up to Regis, whether Gary likes it or not. Damn, Vampire Club is pretty hardcore. There can't be that much more of Witcher 3 right now, right?
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
You do,
The
actually.
caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Paris protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. which
All
calls
that
for
is
lordly,
this clothes make him
glistening
T-boats at all
triviality
times.
and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later.
Well, it's not
once you're
exactly like a
richer by
happy
medal and a fascinating new
time for him,
experience.
is it? He
Count
did have
on
to
it.
kill his good friend.
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either.
He finally
I keep
stands
thinking of the
normally.
last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Well, that's messed up.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlef. Perhaps we missed something.
Yeah. But how do you?
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him.
Yeah, bootblack.
How do you know he handled the letters?
Just one more
While
thing.
you basked in glory and
What are
tried
the
on
names for?
new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded.
Uh-oh.
Of course, the same holds true for malicious or
Oh,
destructive
it might be
deeds.
mad that I Jedi tricked him
the
earlier.
letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together.
Well, the really incurious option there about it.
Done, yes.
You know? Nah.
It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
How about you take it off? Maybe. Gary. You don't need to be wearing it now. This guy is famous for having mud around.
Swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then.
Yeah, this
I'm a
kid is the
proponent
same
of
voice
free
actor
speech and I will
for
gladly tell you all I know.
the card girl, right?
Shanked where we jabber.
I was like, she sounds familiar, but I can't
Guess
put
they
my finger
could
on
use a
who.
spit and polish.
I think all the kids in that are the same
Then
voice
I shall
actor.
take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
You
Clean boots,
just had the
clean soles.
just
A
had those
fine
shoes made for you.
slogan.
How's business?
Well enough, I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beckers brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Because you
when we
didn't
first
ask.
talked?
You didn't ask about Beckers, now, did you?
Yeah. Of course.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Oh.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all.
Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question.
Yeah, you're doing about much of
Listen,
it, John.
lad.
I am always.
I'll be glad to
With
mix
this guy.
another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Where indeed?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Well, that's
Thanks, kid,
quite obvious.
for your trouble.
I think you could have figured out ourselves. Well, I guess I didn't know about the beggars necessarily.
A group of rogues walks amidst the trees. Willy's
I feel like wearing this stuff around is a bad idea, but sure, game insists that I wear the stuff. Why not? Let's go into
Your little camp elsewhere, got it?
the shelter wearing us.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Excuse me?
Gentlemen, calm, please. Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
Ah,
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor.
that's a
Fighter
sentence.
for justice.
Well done, Gary.
Sense. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past.
Flea-ridden vagabond here. Can you see what I'm wearing? Like, maybe this is like the most ostentatious thing like anyone's worn in this game, I think.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Any last words?
I have failed my friend. My friend the tailor. I have gone and has been started a street fight. In the nice new party clothes that I got. There's blood all over it. Oops. Oh yeah, Dandelion does wear some quiet, nice clothes, yeah. I forgot. He does like his colors, that guy. It's gonna do some quiet man combat against this guy for a second. It's gonna keep using heavy attack. There we go.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
I did beat that guy for an extended period of time.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
Oh, nice guy.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Because he helps assassins.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Time for me to exercise what I'm best at, looking at people's shoes.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Soul Phelps. I see what you did though.
My dears, I've a matter to address before
Oh no.
I serve this soup.
They countered me by not wearing his shoes at all.
Questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
Is that a 5th one? No, there were only 4.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
That's the 5th one.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said.
But
She
who
was
is
right.
she?
You ought to heed folk who are
What if
kind
it's actually
and
not?
honest.
Yeah.
These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the bootblack anyways. It's always muddy there.
Someone beaten? There's the 5th victim.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well.
Does it say Detlef?
I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Duchessa?
Judging by this, Detlef was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
I guess
Yet
that's
first you must
the
snap
Duchess?
her neck. Puzzling.
Yeah.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detlef's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victim's links to Siana, even as she had
No
no
way.
shit
Siana?
to
Yeah.
off one by
I can't
one,
believe it.
leaving the Duchess for last.
Siana that
She
just would
managed
not
to
stop
fulfill
bragging
her
about
plan.
how like awful
No
she
one
is
questioned
bad.
the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power?
She told you.
From an
Because
inborn
she's a
penchant for
monster.
evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you can always ask her yourself.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try? Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Sienna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage.
It might be ball
I
picks,
vastly prefer
perhaps.
the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's.
Well, not really.
So, said straight
But
up,
it wouldn't be
means you're
surprised if
going
they
off to
would
get
think
drunk
that.
because you hate Sienna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Ah. The good place in memes.
Nothing doing. Something reeks around here.
Oh no, but since he didn't want to go with me, I'm gonna have to walk all the way there? Do I look like someone that walks? In these clothes? I'm gonna be so sweaty up there as well. Damn. Unbelievable. Oh, I can teleport up. That's nice. I do look like someone that teleports though, I think. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Hang on, Dent. What do you mean talk to Dent? Oh, okay. So I don't have to talk to Sienna. Well, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I go talk to the person I have condemned to a miserable life? Guaranteed he tore the armpits when I get up. Yeah, I've ruined it. Oh no, Gary, no. don't do combat rolls on the stairs, please, Gary. This way?
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Curiosity.
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no?
Yeah, you don't want to
Then you
roll
fight
in
the mission,
stairs.
but only for a
It's
few
painful.
Promise to be
Stairs are dangerous. Man, that guy's climbing like 4 steps at a time.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
No, this is all according
Stop
to
pretending
plan.
you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Well, you know, just didn't want to make assumptions. Yeah, because she's evil.
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated.
My curiosity is sick.
Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. but you very well might add a little something
Oh,
to
thanks.
your
Thanks for the
reward.
heads up. I might do that.
Definitely
Actually, I'm
gotta
broke.
tell her.
Because I had to pay for your
Not
friggin'
necessarily for
life.
the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me. Hmm?
Well, clearly you are very embarrassing.
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
You know, just think about the future. At some point, you might have to stop being a witcher, start being a therapist, that sort of thing.
After. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Oh yes. Plotting to murder a bunch of people, that is much preferable to just growing up. Yeah, there should be like the stage 9 to Sienna's like, yeah.
Shall we go at once?
It did have that vibe, didn't it? Yeah. I don't think I need to tend to anything. This is good.
Let's go. Want to see him too.
It's my friend.
Damien.
Wait.
Geralt.
Damien's
It's about time.
bald?
Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. I hardly
It's
feel it
bald
anymore.
boys. I forget which skit that was from. Oh yeah. That's the Charlie Brown thing, yeah, because he's a bald boy. And popcorn.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down...
Ah shit, I shouldn't have. Didn't just tell him.
Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony.
Maybe I should. I mean,
Come with me.
she would still
The Duchess
probably try to
awaits.
murder her no matter what. I don't think... I don't think I need to set up a redemption story for Sienna.
In the
I don't
guild's
think I need to
name,
do
I
that.
beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May
I
this
didn't even know you
symbol
could run a
serve as
vineyard. No, I
reminder
did not
to
do
all
that.
that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
It's something I'll do on my own time, I think. On my own time. Not time. Time. So I will be running the town once I get my vineyard up.
I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table.
Where am I going to
Gustatory
keep that?
experience of a lifetime
Isn't Gary like a murder hobo?
Are you-
Does he have a, does Gary have a house? I don't think I need to spoil this moment. Keep it at the vineyard, obviously. Oh no!
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state...
Did I just get her killed because I didn't want
I
her?
must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner.
I think your heart
of course I'll
will,
stay.
in a moment, literally bleed. Because I don't
We
think
shall now
her
question
plan
a
is
person
done.
implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Murders. Well, the God's power knows about it. Oh, is that going to be the whole reveal about how
take part in our
did she
talk.
hold a hand like that? Like this time she's actually going to hold something?
I'm not a prisoner. Free to do as I choose.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Dude, this is so lame. She had cause to feel pain. Like... like, yeah... You just like these are like so absolute on like both ends that if they kind of both feel horrible. You know what I mean? Like clearly guilty, that's all that matters. Like no, that's a little bit too far in one direction, and this one is just too like naive.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
Okay, Gary put it in a more eloquent way, I think.
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Honorietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand?
No.
She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can
Ah,
remember.
they didn't like you, so
Honorietta
they had to
understood
die.
me
Gotcha. Okay.
once.
I get it now.
She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control.
Excuse me?
Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you, sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
I'm dead? Huh. I'm really surprised didn't just kill it, that's all. I really thought that was like, what was this was building up to. This isn't time left, where to die. And... Shink? No. Good ending, I can't believe it. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so far.
I feel like that could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt.
Good ending is no ribbon and Deathloaf survives. It does hurt a bit that Deathloaf did bite it in my end.
Brew. Not too strong.
But like,
just right.
He was like a monster vampire which could not control this.
The tubers which grow in this area's
like
volcanic
bloodlust,
soil have
which
an
is not good.
altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Like Deathloaf? Yeah, sure, like, he was just a vampire, he was trying to live his best life. But he would also, like, almost kill someone because they slighted him just, you know, by saying he looked fat in his coat, you know? He wasn't exactly a great guy either.
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
But it's a vampire.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Couple good points there.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake.
Yeah, it's just regular Lust as well. But he did like one of the first things he saw of him was just like, "Arr, that guy said I look fat in his shirt. He's dead."
Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
I don't know if I can wear this mask.
Thanks. Right then.
Because
let's go.
They'll think like I'm a totally different person.
This
because of the hat and the glasses. You won't recognize me.
Your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
How'd I put it on?
No.
Hang on. I gotta put it on. Is it pockets? They're empty. Are they these quest items? There we go. Is that the only thing? I thought I got two.
I was thinking about how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
I will not skip. I love the fucking fedora with the safari flaps on the back of it. It's so good. Oh, gloves. Gloves. All the gloves. I thought there were two items. Are these the gloves? Yeah. Stop telling me about Witcher school bonuses, I know! Mandrake. Found one. And another. Yeah, I feel like my time in it's a great room. I feel like Toussaint has been the place where I've skipped the most amount of content. Because since it's a DLC, I bet like the content I've skipped here is probably like a bit tighter and a bit more like good than the base game, which did have a lot of like side quests that were just like repair the statues, please, you know, that sort of thing. But the DLC probably doesn't have that. So if there's like half a dozen side quests in this, they're probably like all worth doing, I bet. So I definitely will have to go back at some point, play this DLC again, I think. Because I think New Game Plus for me in Witcher 3 would be really nice. Just in general.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down.
That's a
He's a
derogatory
after all.
thing to say about your friend. Probably went into
Where'd
the
you
two.
go?
Oh no? Is he just in a
Read
tree?
this.
There's something making noise over there. Okay. Ah, okay. That, I guess. Oh, right. Okay. I thought they were upset with me, but it's a vampire that upset with Regis. God, this Bruxus is so annoying. Ow.
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple
you spread fast?
code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp.
Ah.
I've an overwhelming desire
Well,
to have another drink.
You know, Valen's okay.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours.
Oh.
By the way,
I got a vineyard.
I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
I guess that's where I'm gonna keep my wine.
Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your
Oh,
property?
because he has to move away and he
Shall you
lived at
hang
the
your
vineyard,
swords
maybe,
over your
right?
mantle and take to pruning vines?
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Well, you got the house now, so that's nice.
Roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh.
Our
That happened a lot then?
Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Don't say Valen. Don't do it.
Distance
Don't break my
is of
heart.
the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Perfect.
Interesting point of view.
Does Regis eat people? I've never seen him eat anyone.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while.
He definitely eats people out, but I don't think I've seen him eat people.
We have witnessed, and in fact,
Main
several
Village Witch Saga.
occasions
Ah,
incited
interesting.
many great
Spoilers.
weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Oh, it's rest time forever. No, Gary, don't look at me like that. Oh, there you go. That's Witcher 3. All of it. Literally played every single bit of Witcher 3, and I believe I'm the first to ever do it actually as well. I don't think anyone's actually ever done what I've done today. Playing and finishing Witcher 3. I think that's a tall task. And I'm the first to have ever done it in the history of Dota. Way better than the ending to the game? Yeah. It definitely feels like it was set up to be an ending. While the original Witcher 3 ending was kind of like... It was a bit meh. I didn't mind too much, but it was a bit meh. I imagine if I didn't have DLC to look forward to right after that ending, I would have been a bit disappointed maybe. But as it stood, since I knew it was like a proper ending coming ahead, I was like, yeah, whatever. It's basically like a fake ending, right? It was my vibe. Like, it's a fake ending, and the real ending is just what's to come. But they might have just treated it that way themselves, like when they developed it as well. Like, we don't need to make this like really conclusive at all, because we're gonna make the real ending at some point in the DLC. But yeah, that was cool. We finished it. That's actually weird that in the coming stream that I'll play something else than Witcher. This one is fake ending too, to be fair, since they're pretty widely suspected of doing Witcher 4. Are they? Huh. Would they be doing like a sequel though, if they're doing... They're pretty committed to not doing the books at all, anything, right? It seems like they don't really care about doing the book. I think their problem with doing the books might be that they kind of want like you to be able to diverge your story a bit with choices, and if you did that with the books, you'd have like a canonical path, I guess. So they don't want to do that because they kind of want. It seems like they want to do their own thing. So I guess it would probably be a sequel to this. Which saga is set in stone and barely contains any combat? Ah, okay. Okay, so that's also probably why they don't want to do stories. Gotcha. You wouldn't be able to fight Dettlaff for 30 minutes. I gotta think about what to play next now. I thought about a couple of things. I think Stranger Things would be fun, right? Not Stranger Things. No one's saying. Life is Strange. Life is Strange would be fun. It would be pretty chill for me as well, because I wouldn't have to play a game. I would just watch someone play it for me. That's nice. I think Life is Strange would be cool. Life is Strange is very comfy and cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I'm thinking something comfy and cool is exactly what I'm in the mood for right now. I think, yeah. I think we'll give that a try. I've been wanting to play Life is Strange. Well, I've been ducking discourse for a long time about Life is Strange, so it's about time. You can also just do dumb shit and just rewind. Well, you know I love that. You know I love to kill people and then reload the save. Cats too, apparently now. Cats is also in that group now, apparently. Very clutch, yes. We won't even have to like load for like 30 seconds when I do something really dumb. with the beams before rewind like it never happened. Yeah. At all time, but I think that pauses the credits. So. But I can bring up Steam here. And do this. And then do this. There we go. Is there anything on the list right there? I don't think I'm in the mood for like a big, huge game for this long. So that does exclude a couple of things. So I think Life is Strange also is very nice, just because I don't think it's much longer than like 20 hours, right? Like 30 at most. I would be surprised actually if it was longer than 15. It's struck me as something that's like probably like 10 hours. 15 hours? Okay, yeah. That's what I imagined. There's not much going on in this credits, yeah. Yeah, I might do some little games I have here, like Valhalla, Blasphemous, a couple of things. Oh, we need to get around to Death Stranding, but I think we'll do a bunch of chill, cool games before we get around to Death Stranding. Persona 4 is either never happening or not happening in a long time. I don't think I can play like a 100+ hour RPG after playing
Actually,
Witcher 3 for this long. Maybe if I do a different schedule of some kind. Death Stranding isn't as long as P4 feels 10 times longer. That's fine. If it's not actually that much longer, then that's perfect. Alright, so now we got... Oh, go home. Oh, I guess... let's do that. Let's go to a vineyard. I was actually thinking I was going to play some different games today. But then I was like, maybe I'll just play a bit of Witcher 3. And then we'll see what's happening. And then Witcher 3 just ended, so I was like, well, if we got the opportunity to use the stream just to finish Witcher 3, that sounds perfect. I might use the last... If when you go home there's nothing going on there, I might just launch up another game there and play like 10 minutes or something. I think Death Stranding will be hilarious. I think that'll be really fun. Colleague said Death Stranding will be really fun too. Although maybe I should maybe I should not play Death Stranding for a minute actually, because there was PS State of the Play, right? Is that what it's called? State of Play, something like that. Like some sort of Sony event for stuff, right? And I do believe a director's cut of something of Death Stranding was announced, which for PS5 obviously because it was State of Play. But wouldn't that mean they're also maybe doing something for PC? They revealed that back at E3. Okay, I thought it was something happening now. Oh, so this is my place now.
Welcome home,
Major Domo!
Barnabas Basil Faulty, by order of the Duchess.
But Gary, you're here too soon.
Of Corfu Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know, I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gary did not have a house.
You must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Prior to undertaking anything in that regard, sir, I feel I should inform you that someone has been awaiting your arrival.
Is that so?
Who might that be?
You must forgive me, I do not know. Alas, your guest failed to give a name. One last request before you go in to see them. Please, come and find me afterwards. I have yet to give you a tour of the estate.
Sure. It's probably not going to be a new character, right? It's going to be like someone we met before. Is it going to be like Siri or someone? Dandelion? It's not going to be the vampire. Regis. Oh yeah, it's Triss. That makes sense.
In the flesh.
I figured you wouldn't say a name because it's like a stand-in for both Triss and Yennefer.
I thought you were in Kovir.
I got tired of waiting for you, so I decided to head to Toussaint, catch some sun, see how things are going. You said it would only take a moment.
Things are pretty much wrapped up, luckily. We'll be able to head north soon.
I hope you're not upset I came like this, without warning.
True, I have.
Oh, Siri, yeah, if you're a bachelor, Gary. Yes.
They remind me of work, the law of surprise, surprise child. But I think I've changed my mind. Seems surprises can actually be pleasant. Very pleasant.
Yeah, Dandelion would have been fun. Especially because people have talked about Dandelion.
There's this one cozy spot you're gonna love.
It could be nobody? Oh, jeez. Well, I guess you wouldn't say, "Oh, Gary, you got visitors." No, I pranked you, idiot. There's no one inside. I guess he wouldn't do that, so he wouldn't feel that bad. But I guess he would go in and feel a little bit lonely. Oh, it could be, maybe it could be Dandelion in that case, yeah.
How are things in Kovir?
Amazingly boring and predictable. Council meetings mainly concern trade.
Oh yeah, one of those garden chaiselongs as you have.
Storage regulations, that sort of thing.
Missing the excitement?
You know the Aetheri saying, "May you live in interesting times"? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm looking for a bit of quiet. The other mages I brought with me from Novigrad, or who made it north on their own, feel the same. You wouldn't recognize them. No conspiracies, cabals, plotting. They just sit there and work.
Huh.
For the good of the kingdom.
Oh, it was something that happened.
Sometimes I think it's all too lovely to be true. That something's bound to happen.
It does check out. Dandelion is the Yosuke of this game.
Or some other horror. But for now, it's nice. And once you finish your business here and come join me, it'll be even better.
Wait, she's like insisting, not like, "Oh no, I don't want to live in your vineyard, Gary. Your own fucking personal vineyard in this place. I don't want to live there. Look, I got pheasants here." I think that's a pheasant, right? It's some sort of bird.
So, how do you like my vineyard?
Is that a pheasant or like a female
I like it a
peacock?
lot. House is big, but not showy. Lovely location. Perfect for romantic getaways.
Planning to do a bit of renovation. Paint the walls. Replace the roof tiles.
I think that might be a female
install
peacock.
tin gutters.
Have you thought about the garden? Will you leave it as it is, or change it?
Maybe a hedge maze? With a statue in the center? One that's stately and nude.
What?
Geralt,
Oh,
don't bring
gotcha.
up that ball. The wine got to my head and I...
Not bringing it up to tease, but to reminisce. That evening, it was magic. And your dress. You looked lovely in it.
I've got it with me. I could put it on one evening. We'll dine outside by candlelight. Listen to the music of the cicadas.
Cicadas? Who says that?
Can't wait.
No, first though, you have to explain your pronunciation of cicadas. I never heard anyone say cicadas.
How'd you find me? Kavir's a long way off.
I have my ways, Geralt. Hydromancy, for example.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, what becomes of us? See anything else in the reflection?
Mm-hmm.
Teresa's database as well.
Please tell me you're joking.
You can breathe easy. Far as I know, he settled down
Data
in Novigrad
base.
and has no intention of budging. In all seriousness, though, I did see a few scraps of our future, but I'd rather not tell you exactly what.
Why not?
Because you said you've grown to like pleasant surprises.
This is your first time in Toussaint, right? Want me to show you around a bit?
Sorry, but I've already...
Sorry, but they wouldn't develop that. They just wanted to wanted me to make a brief cameo. I gotta go,
Lie
Gary.
down in the sun. and not move an inch.
Ah, right. A packed schedule. Not overdoing it a tad.
Oh, gotta get the most of this weather before I return north.
Do
No
you like summer?
joke
What a
about
weird.
how to tell when summer has come to Kavir.
The rain isn't quite so cold.
And sadly, that's not far from the truth. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. Now you'll change your mind and not come join me.
I wouldn't worry about
He does
that.
have a vineyard. He could just decide not to go. You know, dude, Gary has land. Do you have land, Triss? What, isn't sort of noble without land?
Mind if I leave you here alone for a moment?
What a joker.
Just a moment.
It is a pheasant. God, I'm so good at the birds. Game over. Game didn't even give me any more new quests. So that'll be that. And I don't even need to I don't even have to fill time with other games. So you won't have to endure my dumb games I've been playing lately. Nah, I play cool games. You'll love it. Maybe I'll do it next time. I did try to set up something today. And I think I got it configured, I think. But I wasn't quite confident that it would work. I ended up not doing it. I think it'd be funny if I didn't say what it was, because I'd still like to do it in the future. But we'll see if I get it working in the future. It's a little bit clumsy. The thing I'm trying, I had to use a very specific version of the software and everything. My Gary's still toxic from the fight with the vampire. I must have drunk a lot. But I suppose I'll save that. How do I even start a new game plus now? I figured they'd give me the option to. Why don't we go check out the vineyard? Alright, so it is a bit humble. But nothing you can't fix. Who does this belong to? You can just renovate this. I got a major domo. Oh, we got heating as well. Amazing. No, I got 2 bedrooms. Hang on, what's this? Letter from Regis. Oh, hang on, there's more game. Dear Gary, if you're reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Tucson, and you have found my muta generator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like. Perhaps something more fitting to your taste, or better reflecting its function. For I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I've been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I'm convinced as an inventor of can be before this invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You're surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the meter generator generates mutagens. No way. It operates by absorbing electromagnetic energy waves from bodies. In this case, the bodies of the monsters and evildoers you kill. And when it has absorbed enough, so as to charge a critical amount, the meter generator changes stored energy to greater mutagen, which I suspect we will make good use of. As in shutting sound, I'm a amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagens emerges as a result is determined at random. Meaning chance will decide if it's green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted, the colors tend to alternate by and large. Trust you shall find my gift useful. Your clear devoted friend, Regis. That's nice. Oh, what's this? Books. Oh. Okay. It's just a place where I can check out my quest books. Sure. I have a lot of them, and yet my shelves are very sparse. Oh no! I almost made it. I almost made a whole stream. Trophy. What do you mean no items in inventory? I have so many trophies. Painting. My ancient elven shield. I can go though. That's all I had. Oh, let's drop a save. Quick save, quick save, quick save, quick save, quick save, quick save. Am I ever allowed to quick save? There we go, quick save. And nice. My man finished the entire game with Nintendo ass input reminders and screen collect comments. I love Nintendo ass input reminders. They're great. Who doesn't like it? Who doesn't like these things down here? They're great. You know, I mean, Zelda does that. Harry Potter, the video game for the PS1, does that. You know, the game where you have to hunt down Robert Galbraith, that does that. You gotta have them. Or else you're gonna forget what the buttons do. Come on. Be reasonable here. You love this input reminders. Yeah, I don't even have to fill time. In fact, we've gone overtime. So that's spectacular. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what to play next time. But it's probably gonna be A, something dumb, B, whatever, or C, Life is Strange. 3 options. Something random, whatever, or Life is Strange. One of those things. We'll see. Alright. We pause the game. And I'm going to stop the stream. Life is Strange is all 3? Yeah, it could be all 3, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that's 3 times the chance for Life is Strange if you're lucky. Okay. Thanks for joining the stream. I had a good time. Hope you had a nice time too. It was very cool finishing Witcher 3. You're welcome. I'm the first that's ever finished Witcher 3. So I hope you're all very proud of my accomplishment of finishing Witcher 3 for all of you. Because none of you have ever done this before, only me. Take it easy. Good night. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye-bye.